This video is a continuation of the API front-end series. We're gonna be dealing with ExtraReducers, and if you go to my channel, you can go into the API front-end project series, so you can check out these videos. But right now we're gonna be dealing with the ExtraReducers builder callback notation. The recommended way of using ExtraReducers is to use a callback that receives an action reducer map builder instance. This builder notation is also the only way to add major reducers and default case reducers to your slice. And if you check this page, you have the example in TypeScript and also in JavaScript. And pretty much what we are doing here is in the ExtraReducers, it takes asynchronous function. So here is taking builder as the argument, and then we have the add case, as you can see here. So right now we're gonna open the terminal. I'm gonna open my terminal here, and I'm gonna ls. I'm gonna go into my folder. I have a folder named Express where I have the backend and front-end projects. So I'm gonna type in cd or ls, and it's an API, so it's gonna be API like this. And now I'm gonna just type in code space that so I can open it in Visual Studio Code. So we have this, and now let me see. Okay, so I have to, okay, so let's open it. So we're gonna okay, npm run, and it's gonna be front. So let me see. If we go to the package.json, we have some scripts. We have the scripts start. Okay, no, this is from the front end, so the back end is gonna be from. Okay, so this is gonna open it in localhost 3000, and okay, there it is. And let me see. Okay, so this is the project. So we have the navigation, we have the login, we have the register. Let's make it a little bigger. So navigation, login, and the register, and we have some buttons. If we press Ctrl Shift I, we can go into the Redux, and we can see our global state. Right now our only global state is users, so we have that. And I want to check something here, so let's go into the backend. And if you haven't seen the videos, you can go into the API backend projects and you can check out. But in the backend, let me see, or in the package.json, .env, okay, the port is 8000. Okay, so this is important. If you go to the .env file, the port is 8000. We're gonna need it because right now we're gonna go again, we're gonna go to the front end, we're gonna go to source, we're gonna go into the features folder, and we're gonna go into the user slice. And let me see, so we have the user slice, okay, so that's fine. We have the users. Okay, we're gonna go into the users servers. So here we have, okay, so here we have this function named API_users, and we are setting it to the /API/users/. So pretty much we are setting it to our server. But as you can see here, our server is running in port 8000. So basically our backend is running in the port 8000, and our front end is running in port 3000. So what we are gonna do now is we're gonna go to our package.json, but it's gonna be from the front end. As you can see, this is the front end folder, and we are going into the package.json of the front end. So what we are gonna do is we are gonna type in a proxy. So we're gonna go just here and double quotes, and it's gonna be just like this. We're gonna have a proxy, and okay, double quotes and then a comma. So what we are gonna do now is gonna put a localhost 8000, so it's gonna be http and then it's gonna be colon // and then localhost, and it's gonna be 8000 like that. So let me see. So http colon // localhost colon 8000. So we have that. Okay, so yeah, we have that out of the way, and now we're gonna start working with our extra reducers. So right now we're gonna go into the slice. So it's gonna be in the users slice. So we're gonna go here, and let's just close it for now here. Okay, so so we're gonna go into our users slice, and we have the where is it extra reducer. As you can see, it's empty right now. So what we are gonna do right now is we're gonna pass in a builder. We're gonna pass in this argument, as you can see, builder, and then we're gonna be adding our add cases. So when we have a function named register, so we're gonna be dealing with appending, fulfill, rejected if something goes wrong. So when we do that, we need to pretty much start using this builder argument. So we're gonna type in builder, and it's gonna go here. We're gonna go here, builder, like this. And let me see. So inside of the curly braces, we can move it. We're gonna type in again builder, and you can follow along this example. You can see, and this arrow function is taking builder as an argument, and then in the parentheses we have builder, and then to the next line like this, you're putting a dot and then add case. So we have that, and then we're gonna have parentheses. Here we have an argument, then we have an argument, and then we have an arrow function. So right now we're gonna type in the name of our function, that is register. As you can see, it has it for us, so it's register, and it's gonna be pending. So let me see, pending, like that. And for now I'm gonna save it, and let me see, I'm gonna go real quick into the components, and I'm gonna go into navigation. Okay, so navigation is fine. Menu, let me see, home page. Okay, login. Okay, everything is fine here. We have the app. Okay, everything is fine here too. And let me see, in the store. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now we have pending, and it's gonna be this register that pending is gonna be our first argument, and then we're gonna have an arrow function like this as a second argument, and the parentheses is gonna take a state as an argument like that. And from here we're gonna be working with a state, and let me see, and we're gonna type in state, and we're gonna put s loading. So I have it here, it's loading, and we're gonna set it to true like that. So we're gonna save it for now, and as you can see here, in the initial state we have s success, s loading, that is set to false, s success is set to false, s error is set to false, and the message is set to an empty string. So right now state that is loading, and we are setting it to true. So if it's pending, we have registered that pending. So when it's pending, the state that is loading is gonna be true because it's pending. So we have that, and outside of that we're gonna have another that add case. So, and again we're gonna be doing the same thing. So we're gonna have an argument that is gonna be the function register, and this time is gonna be fulfill. Okay, so we have it here, fulfill. Okay, so we have a fulfill, and it's gonna take an arrow function. So we have this arrow function, and again it's gonna take a state, but also it's gonna take an action. Okay, like that, just action. And if we go into the create a slice website of the Redux toolkit, we can see here in the second one, or yeah, in the first one, is also using the in this parentheses, and this arrow function is taking a state and also action. So it's taking a state and action. Okay, so here what we are gonna do is gonna be a state. It's gonna be a state, and this time is gonna be it's loading again, like above. It's loading, but if it's fulfilled, it's not loading, so this is false because it's fulfilled. So it's loading is set to false. We're gonna have a state, and we're gonna set it to a success. Let me see. Okay, and we have it here, a success. Okay, so if we have the register that fulfill, so a success, it comes true because it has fulfilled. And we're also gonna have a state that user. That is the reason that we are using the as a second argument in this parentheses the action, and we're gonna set it to action that payload, like this. So we have that, and what else do we need? So we have pending, fulfill, rejected. So if pretty much you can copy and paste pretty much the whole thing, but let's just do it again. So it's gonna be add case, and this time it's gonna be register that is error, or no, it's just rejected, like that. It's gonna be rejected, and then we're gonna take in an arrow function, like that, and again it's gonna take the state, but first we're gonna have to pass here state and also action. So this time again it's gonna be loading. So if it's rejected, it's not loading, so this one is gonna be false, like that. And what else? So we have a state that is success. Okay, so if it's rejected, it's obvious that it's not success, so success is going to be set to false. And let me see, a state that is error. So if it's rejected, there's an error, so we're gonna set it to true. And finally we're gonna have the state, and it's gonna be that user. So since we're using the action here, and again we're gonna set it to the action that payload, like that. And finally we are gonna have the state that user. It's gonna be a state that user, and we're gonna set it to null since it's rejected. And let me see, fulfill. Okay, so we have it's loading false, a success, so we don't need a success here. So if it's loading, it's gonna be false. Okay, if it's error, it's gonna be true because it's rejected. And as you can see here, just to summarize, add case, we have three cases. We have the register that pending, register that fulfill, and register that rejected. Okay, so let's save that. Yeah, when we have the state that is loading, since it's pending, we set it that to true because it's pending. so there is no reason to put state that is success or state is error. But here in the second one we have a state that is loading. Since it's register that fulfill, this one is gonna be false because it's not loading. We have a state that is success, then we are setting it to true because it's true, it has been fulfilled. Then we have the state that user, and we are setting it to action that payload. That is the reason we're using the action here. And the register that rejected, a state that is loading is false, a state that is error is set to true. Then we have the state that user is set to the action that payload, and finally we have the state that user set to null, since this is a reject. And we have all the information here in the extra reducers and builder callback notation. You can check out more information here.